Welcome to the College Football Playoff. The season's had plenty of ups and downs, but all the drama has led up to this point, the beginning of this 12-team playoff in front of a home crowd in a raucous environment. And our matchup tonight sets up a potential Cinderella story, the last team to qualify for this 12-team playoff on the road against a team that likely believes it should be resting and watching this first-round game on TV. This is a dangerous spot for the home team and a chance for the underdog to spring an upset and move on to the quarterfinals. As we'll see the number 10 seed in this playoff, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the number 7 seed in the playoff, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And the playoff is here. We've got a tremendous on-campus environment. Can't wait to get this one started. Kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this college football playoff gets underway. He'll return it from inside the 5. Return it brought down. Sets up the next drive. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Here's the handoff. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Alabama getting set for the 1st and 10 now. That's a nice stiff arm. Doesn't produce much. Just a small gain. Important 2nd down play coming up. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Not much on that play. Brought down short.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
Gosh, I just love to watch this defense fly around. Great job here on 3rd down. Look at it. You're on the road. Things are going against you early in the game, and you block all of that out, and you're running around with confidence making plays.
Aggressive start to this game. They're going to go for it on 4th down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. He's got it. A 4th down conversion. Drive stays alive. And he breaks clear down the right side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Made the defense look slow that time. This offense comes out, immediately gets points on the board. Welcome to the playoff.
Man, that's coming out on the field with a purpose. Look, it's playoff time. Everything you prepare for is earned here and now. And that opening drive was the fruits of that preparation.
And the PAT makes it 7-0 to open score. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain. The Canes come to the line to run the hurry-up.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. There's the handoff. Throws a stiff arm. Picks up a short gain, but his swarm of the defense flying to the football. Now from the 40, the offense faces a third and long to keep this drive going. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's looking to scramble. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run. The offense stays on the field. The coach is going to go for it on 4th and 2 in his own territory. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Looks like he's going to run it. Breaks loose at the 45. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. The Hurricanes pick up enough yardage to get a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Trying to create outside the pocket now. He's a wide-open receiver, complete. And he's finally forced out of bounds inside the 10. Big play to set up a 1st and goal. First and goal, handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Backed up to the 5-yard line now for 2nd and goal. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Pass caught. Can he get in? Tackled down at the 3 after the catch. Defense up against it now.
I know it's only the first half, but let's face it, Chris. You've come this far. This is a playoff game. When you get inside a 10-yard line, you can't settle for field goals. You need touchdowns. Let's see if they're able to come up with it here.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown for the U.
I'm a little bit surprised here, Chris. I thought they might put the ball in the air here on 3rd and goal, but instead they run the football, keep it on the ground, and they get the touchdown.
Point after, knocked right through. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. Passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. And he pulls in the catch. That is a big play, finally brought down at the 44.
You know, Chris, if we would have told Bear Bryant that Alabama would have a wide receiver that won a Heisman in recent years, I don't think he would have believed us. But that's where we are. They've been some great ones in the past. We're seeing some great-looking receivers on this unit right now.
Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And it's incomplete on the throwaway. He finds anybody open. Brings up a 2nd down now.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Pass caught. Powering right past the defender. They make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33.
You know, Chris, you think about it, efficiency has always kind of been the description of a great Alabama quarterback. Man, think about the playmakers that they've had over the last few years at this position. Jalen, Tua, Bryce Young recently. Just a different level of quarterback play and really gives this offense an edge to it.
Here's the 2nd down play. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Lets it go quickly. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. Tackled after a short return to the 19, but a huge takeaway in the red zone.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
And the Miami offense is back on the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Bulldozing his way through those tackles. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. And the Canes come to the line in the hurry-up.
Man, I really love the way more and more offenses are using the receiver in motion pre-snap. Give him a chance to get the football with a couple of blockers in front of him. He's got all that speed built.
Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Tackled at the 5-yard line. A huge play to put him in great scoring position.
That's the end of the first quarter. Time, 7-7.
Here we go, an exciting start to the quarter as the offense sets up with a 1st and goal. The ball carrier taken down, but there's a flag on the field. Will that holding penalty be a drive killer? The Canes will line up here on 1st down and goal. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
Well, it's a great job by this defense coming up with a big sack there on 1st and goal. The offense still has their opportunities. Let's see if they can get back on track here on 2nd and goal.
After the big loss on 1st down, it's 2nd and goal. Backed up. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he's in. Touchdown, Canes. Kicking team on now for the extra point. The extra point gives them a 14-7 lead. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. Looking to make a big play downfield. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Ball carrier running through tackles.
Chris, that is back-to-back drives right now for this quarterback and this offense. Nothing seems to be going right. The defense is doing a good job of confusing the quarterback, who's obviously throwing the ball into coverage. They've got to make some adjustments with their attack because right now it's not working.
1st down here for this offense. They're going to run it. Back gets the carry.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Grab down the middle. It's Davis. The tackle is made, but the offense is now set up with a 1st and goal from the 8. The Hurricanes looking to run some tempo here. 1st and goal, they'll try to run it in. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Coming up, 2nd down and goal. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Launching one to the end zone. Oh, the pass is picked off. Not much on the return, but the defense comes up with a takeaway.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the 2nd half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
That's a solid game there, showing off the stiff arm.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's quite a 1st down. Looks like it'll break 2nd inches, but sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
Looks like Alabama will have the 1st down.
Chris, I don't know. There's just something about that Bama uniform. When they run the football, it just feels right. It's a combination of having those big offensive linemen, a A really physical approach at the line of scrimmage and backs that are able to pick up first downs like that right there. Beautiful play.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he crosses the 30. They get him down at the 41, but that's good enough for a first down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's in the clear down the right side. End zone ahead. Inside the 10. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama. Well, this college football playoff game is all tied up. And Kirk, it's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 23, brought it out, tried to make a play, but good coverage that time. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. The last possession ended in a dreaded red zone interception. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly error. Solid run. They'll bring it down at the 28-yard line. Offense cranking up the tempo now. No huddle.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. Tough situation with the offense. Third and long from their 25. Let's see if the defense brings some heat here. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Lets it fly to the wideout. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play. They get to the line here in the no huddle. Looking to throw yet again. He's moving out of the pocket now. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete. Canes will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Second down, we're going to throw it. Look at this. He'll go deep again. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. He's got some room and some blockers here. Now the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, tied. Wow, what a play, a defensive score. And a pick six, a monster play by this defense here.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. They knock through the extra point. The lead is 7, 21-14. Now they get set to kick it away. Was he on the end line? Apparently not. He's bringing it out. He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. Gets some blocks. It's a foot race. They can't catch him. Touchdown. A kick return for a touchdown in a playoff game. This stadium has come alive.
How badly does this guy and this unit want to get to the national championship? This is huge and a game-changing moment that I think we may be looking back at as a turning point in the game. Great blocks and great speed there for the touchdown.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. Good work by the blockers in that return team. He found the lane, and so this drive's going to begin with good field position. So here comes the Alabama offense back out of the field. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop him this time. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
You know, the good thing about this play is it's not an explosive play, but it really gives you a chance now to be able to pick up a first down here on this next play.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Third down coming up after that running play. That's a strong stiff arm. And he moves the ball across midfield and picks up a first down. The offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Bringing pressure. And it's incomplete. They tried the trick play on 1st down. Doesn't fool the defense. Now it's 2nd down here. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. And the senior quarterback puts a little bit too much on the throw. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Toss play to the outside. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
I know the toss play begins with a guy taking the snap, he turns it around, he flips it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is can they set the edge as an offense? Whether it's an offensive tackle, a tight end in that same direction that where they want to run the ball. Because if they can do that, you get the result that you want just like this. If you don't, oftentimes the play is blown up right at the line of scrimmage.
4th down. He's throwing for it. Complete to the running back. Can he get 1st down yardage? Looks like Alabama will have the 1st down. Here's a 1st down, not wasting any time after that conversion on 4th. That's a design quarterback keeper. Has the 1st down and more. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Contact as he let the ball go. He's picked for a 3rd time tonight. Look out, he's got some space. Tackled after the interception, and that will be the final play of this 1st half. And that will do it for the 1st half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Alabama will kick it off to start the 2nd half. Fielded near the end line. He's going to come out with it. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. First play of the 3rd quarter is a handoff. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. escapes the pocket. And that senior toughness on display as he keeps the drive moving himself. The Hurricanes come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. Using his legs here. Breaks loose at the 40. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again, and we can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
New set of downs for the offense. 1st and 10. And now the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And the Canes begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Able to get the pass away, but took a hit that time. So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Handoff here from the shotgun. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
It's a good, solid gain. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
How about the timing here by the defense to shoot that gap? As an offensive lineman, you have to anticipate that, close that gap off. Otherwise, it could be a long day.
Crucial 3rd down coming up in the red zone. Can he keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. That's the 3rd pick tonight thrown by this QB. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
Well, this guy obviously did what he needed to do to get himself ready for this game. It's a favorable matchup. He's got a lot of confidence. He's already come up with 2 interceptions in this game alone. Locked in on what he needs to do to be in position and making plays for this defense.
Takes the snap and takes off on the run. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. Just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy and keep this quarterback from running.
And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. He's stopped, but he gets a first down.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the...
He's looking deep here. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball. Alabama comes up to the line quickly.
You know, they don't hit this downfield, but it gives you an idea of how much pressure this quarterback can put on this defense. They've got to cut.
On the junior, gets home, making a sack there.
Great call here by the defensive coordinator, sending that linebacker on the blitz, and it works out for the sack. And tell you, Miami linebacker play over the years, I would put up there with anybody in the country.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. And it's caught.
You know, it's third down. As a quarterback, you're sitting there back in the pocket trying to find a matchup that you like. Pretty much everything taken away. I like his thought to get it to the running back because he's a talented, gifted player, but he just could not wiggle free to pick up the first down.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. They bring him down to the 25 and moving closer and closer to the red zone.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on fourth down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
There's contact on the throw, and it's incomplete. Even at a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. Oh, it's snapped to the back. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game.
And he'll loft it to the end zone. Throws it too far over everyone's head and incomplete.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
And he knocks that one right through. And they've reclaimed the lead with that. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. Try to make a play from deep in his end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's when the offense will take over. And the Miami offense is back on the field. That costly red zone interception the last time out. Let's see if they can recover from that error. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Makes the catch, but the defense breaks in the ball, and it's a short gain. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Defense stops him short of the first down marker, and that'll do it for the third quarter of play.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Alabama 24, Miami 21.
A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Fires it to the wideout. And it's complete downfield. And they'll move the 6 on that one. It's a first down to the 42.
Well, if I'm this defense, you get these guys to third down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage rolled to this receiver to take him away. This guy makes another big play.
He's found some room at the 45. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. The Canes looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away. Less than a yard to go as they cover the line on second down. Taken down, but not before he makes the first down.
Hey, it's not a lot, but it's enough to get the first down.
The Hurricanes line up on 1st and 10 now. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And they tackle him, but a solid gain down to around the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal. Can they punch it in and take the lead? That's a design quarterback keeper. Touchdown, Hurricanes. And they'll claim the fourth quarter lead.
You just love to see this when the game is on the line. This offensive line does a great job of executing up front, giving this back just enough room to be able to get into the end zone and give them the lead.
Point after, up and good. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And the kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. They settled for a field goal last time. Let's see what they can come up with on this possession. Fights off a defender. Picks up the first, looking for more. And the sophomore brought down after an excellent run.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And he'll set up to throw. It's a short completion to the big tight end. But a huge collision blow delivered there by the linebacker. That completion sets up a second down play. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. He's got a man down the middle. The defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down. Offense looking to keep the drive going here. Third and short now from the 44. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Inside the 45. Powering through the defender. And they tackle him, but not before a huge gain down near the 26. And we've reached the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to steal a late-game comeback victory. This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw it on first down. Pulls it in. It's Jean-Pierre. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. They'll crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. Second down. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Short throw, running back makes the catch behind the line of scrimmage. Looks like Alabama will have the first down. First down, clock stops for a moment, but no huddle here. They've got to hurry. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Caught by the back behind the line of scrimmage. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. Here we are late in a one-score game, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. No, he didn't make it. They stopped him short. Down. That could be the play of the game, and that could do it. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. The Canes expect to run the clock out here in the final minute and secure the W. Fighting off the defender. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Breaks out of the crowd into open space. They'll get him, but he put the spin cycle on that defender. Wow. The Hurricanes will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And a timeout is called here. 10 seconds remaining on the clock. Second down after that run on the previous play. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Tackle, but first down. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a